get set to take over on offense. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And they'll get to him right away as he's taken down right there at the 44. On 1st and 10, Bolden. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Bolden. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Pratt. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Here is 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Bolden. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll try the left side. Overstreet pushes him aside at the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Right back to him on 1st down. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. It's the fullback. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when a knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good, as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
On 2nd down now, Callaway. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll keep it on the ground. Callaway. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a gain of 14.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
To throw on second down. Bolden. He finds his man complete. That's Pratt. And he's taken down inside the 30. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down. Looking to throw. Bolden. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting it fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
On second down, Overstreet. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
From the gun on third down. Bolden. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Jordan. He finds his man complete. That's Clark. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. Operating from the gun. Jordan. Complete. This is Mitchell. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards that time.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Throwing on first down, Jordan. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back to throw again.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they stop him short of the first, as he can only get to the 20. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. And his kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. So from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 5. Looking to throw. Bolden. He finds his man. Complete. That's Potter. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Off the play fake. Bolden. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Potter. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
From the 46, here's second and a couple.
Up the middle they go.
Overstreet. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Off play action. Bolden. He finds his man. Complete. It's Ellis. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Now a second and 10.
Back to throw. Bolden. And he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
It's his 8th rushing touchdown on the year, his 11th overall.
As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind-melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. That time, a 9-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
Now a give right side. Parsons.
And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Off the play fake. Jordan.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jordan. His throw incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Callaway. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. They'll try the left side. Hankins. There's a nice move. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Up the middle they go. Overstreet. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now this throw caught left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now a handoff up the middle. Overstreet. And he stopped immediately there. call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Off play action. Bolden. He finds his man. Complete. It's Pratt. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Bolden. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Looking to throw on second down. Jordan caught by Allen. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd and 2. Jordan. He's got Allen. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Back to throw. Jordan. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jordan. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. On first down, Jordan. A throw out wide going to be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Well, we get our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And it's the Titans on top as that one draws close to halftime. The Titans locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who have the lead in that one at halftime. The Vikes seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. The Ravens trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far. But there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A three-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no three-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
On 1st and 10, Jordan. And he rifles one incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
On 2nd down now, Callaway. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Callaway. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. On 1st down, Callaway.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Throwing to start the drive. Bolden. Looking left sideline, incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Bolden.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Bolden. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Back to throw. Bolden. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 15. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Jordan over the middle, complete. It's Mitchell. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw on 3rd down. Jordan. He finds his man, complete. It's Clark. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Bolden. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Bolden. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, Bolden. And oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
They'll try the left side. It's Parsons. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
On 3rd down, Callaway. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So they bring out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. They'll run on first down. Hankins. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. During that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Bolden. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The Dolphins on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
That is caught. And he will have a Dolphins first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches. Now a give right side. Hankins down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down. From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. Now a give right side. Overstreet. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Off the play fake. Bolden. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Throwing on first down. Jordan. And that one complete downfield to Allen. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
On first down, Jordan.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Callaway. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And touchdown! A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Dragons are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it 24-13. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 1st and 10, Bolden, wide open receiver, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Up the middle they go. Overstreet. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 72 yards rushing for him now to this point. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now the ball comes loose. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is going to be intercepted.
What a stand there defensively. They force the 3rd and goal, force them into what they think will be a passing situation, and then they make sure to lock up all the receivers and come away with the interception. Sounds simple, but that was really well done.
The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 11, 1:44 to go. The turnover does give them life, but they still need 2 scores. Throwing to start the drive. Jordan. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again. Jordan. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Clark. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. On 3rd and 2, Jordan finding Allen. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. The medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Allen's got it complete. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Allen has it left side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Miami, they improved to 11-5 now with 1 week remaining. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.
It's weak.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the City Beautiful. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
On second down. Boom. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Off play action. Davenport. And that one to the right side and incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Now on now is the punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Fielded just inside the 30. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
Taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Callaway, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back to throw. Jordan. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jordan. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Callaway. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Up the middle they go. Boom. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Here's a 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Davenport. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 22 yards there. A first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Davenport. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Throwing on first down. Davenport. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lumberjacks are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. On that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
To throw on 2nd down, Jordan. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Operating from the gun, Jordan. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Looking to throw on second down. Jordan.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. But you look at this defense.
They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jordan. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Mitchell. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. That's another one complete to Mitchell. Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. Back to throw. Jordan got a man, and he hits him in stride. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Dragons have retaken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Orlando takes back over on offense. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
On second down now. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They run the counter. Booth. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or two short. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, He might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front seven can get him down.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On second down, Callaway. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And 3 yards there. Takes him to the 45. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. To throw on third down, Jordan. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
On first down, Davenport over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Off the bootleg, Davenport. He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
To the 43, second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Davenport. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 1st and 10, Davenport. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Operating from the gun, Davenport. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Again, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. On 3rd down, Davenport. He finds his man, complete. It's Lamb. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, this from 37. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will knot us up at 10. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all tied. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And it's the Rams who are out in front as those teams approach halftime. The Rams trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Bryce Young has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Houston Texans. The Texans let a few too many slip away over the course of the year, but a victory there does mean they finish above 500 at 9-8. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
They'll keep it on the ground. Callaway, and he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown! A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dragons come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. But Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
On first down. Boom. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And they'll send out their punter now. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. Throwing on 1st down. Jordan. And this is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On 2nd down now, Callaway. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Jordan. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Callaway takes it to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's 3rd and 3. Off the bootleg. Jordan. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll run on 1st down. Callaway. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
On 3rd down, Callaway. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Holding offense.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Throwing to start the drive. Davenport. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Davenport. He finds his man. Complete. That's Lamb. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 3rd down and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Off the bootleg. Davenport.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. On 1st down. Oof. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Pressure comes, and down he goes. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Davenport. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Honolulu offense making its return to the field now.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Now a handoff up the middle. Callaway. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They run the counter. Callaway.
57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back live to Orlando. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down. Up the middle they go. Callaway. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is...
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Dragons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Orlando takes back over on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
To throw on second down. Davenport over the middle, complete. That's Knight. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Ball start, offense.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Operating from the gun, Davenport. He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Brings up 2nd and 13 at the 20-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Booth. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Back to throw. Davenport. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Lumberjacks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So they get the score still down. The bottom line is they kept themselves in the game.
They did keep hope alive, Brandon. That's exactly what they did. Now they've got to deliver and finish things off.
Point after try forthcoming. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So that drive spanned 5 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. Well, here we sit, week 17, just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
On second down, Callaway. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Off the bootleg. Jordan. his man, complete. It's Baker. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Callaway. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dragons have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard charging run, give it right back to him and let him cap things off.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 2 touchdowns. Just over 1:40 to play. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Davenport.
That's complete to Lamb.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Personal foul. Baseman. Defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
On 1st down, Davenport. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. To throw on 2nd down, Davenport.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Back to throw again.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. On 1st and 10, Davenport. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Davenport. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments. And anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with